What was supposed to be one of the most emotional book-to-film adaptations of the decade has now exploded into one of Hollywood's messiest behind-the-scenes battles. Because newly unsealed legal documents connected to It Ends With Us have revealed private emails, texts, and internal studio messages involving Blake Lively, Justin Baldoni, and even Ryan Reynolds. And one message in particular, a studio executive allegedly calling Justin Baldoni a moron. So what actually happened? Who leaked the messages? And why is this drama now dividing the internet? Let's break down everything, step by step. Before we get into the leaks, we need context. It Ends With Us isn't just another romance movie. It is based on Colleen Hoover's best-selling novel, a story deeply tied to themes of emotional trauma, abuse, and healing. From day one, fans were watching closely. Every casting choice, every interview, every creative decision. People were invested in this story and wanted to see it done right. That level of passion is amazing, but it also creates a high-pressure environment. So when creative disagreements started brewing behind the scenes, tensions escalated fast, and now those tensions are public. The stakes were already incredibly high, and the project was under a microscope long before any legal drama began. Everyone involved knew that messing this up would not just be a box office failure. It would be a huge disappointment to a massive dedicated fan base. Here's where things get serious. Newly unsealed court documents, connected to ongoing legal and contractual disputes, revealed internal communications that were never meant to be seen by the public. These weren't rumors or gossip. These were actual documents filed in court. We're talking about emails between studio executives, text messages that involved Blake Lively's team, references to Justin Baldoni's public comments, and even indirect mentions of Ryan Reynolds' involvement. Once these documents went public, the internet did what it does best. It went into detective mode, analyzing every single word, every sentence, and every nuance. It's like a Hollywood thriller, but it's all happening in real life, with real consequences for everyone involved. The floodgates were opened, and all the private conversations that shape a major movie production were suddenly out in the open, for the world to see and judge. The most viral moment, the one that really blew everything up. It was a studio executive allegedly referring to Justin Baldoni as a moron in a private communication. According to reports, this comment wasn't just a random insult. It was tied to Baldoni's public remarks about the tone of the film, the way sensitive topics were being discussed publicly, and his concerns about the overall PR messaging. So, one side of the story is that this comment reveals a toxic and disrespectful work environment. Supporters of Baldoni say it shows how creative voices can be dismissed and belittled. On the other hand, some argue it simply reflects the kind of frustration that happens behind closed doors during a high-pressure production and that it's being taken out of context. But either way, that one word, moron, completely changed the public narrative. It was no longer just about creative differences. It was personal. Now let's talk about Blake Lively. As soon as these documents came out, online speculation quickly turned into accusations, with some people claiming her team may have strategically leaked certain messages to control the narrative. Now, it's just really important to note, there's absolutely no official confirmation that Blake Lively personally leaked anything. That is pure speculation at this point. But critics of the situation argue that the timing of this release seems very convenient, as it tends to paint Baldoni in a negative light while making the studio's position look more reasonable. Supporters, however, say the documents simply reveal the truth about the internal tensions that were already there. They argue this isn't about taking sides, it's about transparency. The result? A full-blown PR war playing out in real time with fans and commentators trying to piece together who is telling the truth. And this is where things get even more interesting. Ryan Reynolds is not officially part of the legal dispute, but his name appearing in connection with these discussions definitely raised some eyebrows. Why is he being mentioned at all? Some believe his involvement is being exaggerated for dramatic effect, just another name to throw into the mix. Others think his influence behind the scenes, especially when it comes to PR strategy and managing Hollywood narratives, could be significant. After all, he's known for being one of the smartest marketers in the business. So far, Reynolds has stayed completely silent on the matter, which of course only fuels more speculation. Is he quietly advising from the sidelines, or is he just an innocent bystander whose name got caught in the crossfire? We don't know, and his silence makes the mystery even deeper. Unsurprisingly, social media is now split straight down the middle. It's become Team Baldoni versus Team Lively. On Team Baldoni, you have people saying he's being unfairly targeted and that the executive's comments are clear proof of a toxic work culture. They believe his creative voice is being shut down and that he's being punished for speaking up. Then you have Team Lively, with people arguing that Baldoni may have crossed professional boundaries with his public comments. They suggest the studio was just trying to protect the project and that context matters more than a few cherry-picked texts. YouTube breakdowns, TikTok reactions, and endless Twitter threads are exploding. This has turned into one of the most dissected Hollywood controversies of the year, with everyone becoming an armchair legal expert and PR analyst. So what's next? This story is far from over. More legal documents could still surface in the coming weeks or months, revealing even more about what happened behind the scenes. We might finally get public statements from the key players, Blake Lively, Justin Baldoni, or the studio, that could either clear the air or add more fuel to the fire. And through all of this, the future of the movie It Ends With Us hangs in a delicate balance. Will this drama overshadow the film's release? Or will it, ironically, generate even more buzz? One thing is crystal clear: this isn't just about a movie anymore. It's a bigger story about power, perception, and how Hollywood handles conflict behind closed doors. I'd love to know what you think. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Who do you believe in this situation? Was this a calculated leak, or was it just a necessary dose of transparency? And if you want more deep dives into Hollywood's biggest controversies, make sure to subscribe and stay tuned. Thanks for watching.